I've been thinking about it. Yeah, I would say necessarily negative. It's just why do I always bring why do I always bring my problems to this podcast? It's not my problem alone. It's all of us' problem because if you're in our modern world, in one way or the other, you would have encountered one of these things. But anyways, I wish to bring more positive inclining things. And one thing I'm just looking to do with this part of intimate conversations is to just document where my headspace is at, so that in years to come it would be something solid, most especially for me, like something I can look back on and see how far I have come. But if you are listening to it and it resonates with you, beautiful, amazing. Today is the 10th of April 2025, and it is currently 4:56 p.m. It is a Thursday, just finished doing my shift, and oh my god, I just came back home, and I found myself asking myself questions like, oh my gosh, Chiwandi, it felt like you didn't do enough today. Like, what exactly did you even do with your day? Your day seemed so unproductive. And I was just trying to talk to myself, trying to talk to God, why do I feel this way? Why do I feel? And it's not just today. This is something that has been happening for the longest time, even last year and everything. And it's like, excuse you, why do I feel, I won't call it, I called it emptiness before, but it was just this yearning to hold on to something tangible I actually did. I mean, I read the news today. I read news twice today. I did my entertainment news. The news I read is very separate from entertainment news. And I produced some things today, some live shows today. I did things that would seem very, very tangible, I did my work. I worked. But then it feels like, oh my gosh, that pat on the back, yeah, Chiwendu, you did a great job. And I also did some of my courses, my animation course. I did some of them. I went into the class, logged into the class, went on LinkedIn, I did some things. And I'm just why do I feel why does it feel like I didn't even do anything at all? And it's God, what? I asked myself the question, what is it that I'm going to do? Or what is it I'm going to start doing that would make me feel like I'm doing something purposeful? Something solid, something I mean, my podcast, an episode of my podcast was released today. So why the hell does it just feel like there was nothing I actually achieved today? And why has this thing been running for the longest time? And I can remember entering this year and I was saying that I deeply need to, work on cultivating a community, grooming a community outside of the friends that I have, because my friends are not here in Kaduna with me; they are outside of Kaduna, and a lot of the times trying to meet up with them is money that I don't have, or that I have but could be used to do something essentially important. Not that meeting my friends is not important, but adulthood. There are bills to pay, there are things to buy that would help your life. And network issues sways in and destroys whatever conversation you're having with your friend over the phone. It's just crazy. And I was always looking to build a community, and as I was thinking about this whole not feeling purposeful thing, even after doing things that are tangible, I realized that my life, during the weekdays, was just it's not even a circle, it's not even a triangle. Gosh, it's not even a freaking triangle. It's a straight line. It's a straight freaking line from work to my house, from my house to work. Then sometimes it moves. It's branches out to a restaurant to hang out with a work colleague, with a friend. The hangouts I do is not, before I wouldn't call those things hangout. Every day was a hangout with my friends. When I was in university, We didn't hang out. We lived with each other. We were in each other's life. So it was not a hangout. Hangout is like, oh, like once in a week, let's meet up. No, like every freaking day. We are hanging out with each other. We are holding spaces for each other. We are laughing with each other. We are laughing at each other. We are doing things with each other. You understand? But now it's like, it's a hangout. Oh, like we need to wait till Saturday before we see each other, or we need to wait till Saturday before we have a good laugh. And I think that has kind of like unbalanced my life, if that makes sense. Like, there is no balance. My life is skewed. My social life is like almost like 0.5%. What does a social life look like for me? Let me just give a quick example. Last year, Wakeji, shout out to you if you are listening to this. Last year, I had the ability to go to Wakeji's house a lot. Wakeji is a work colleague, a friend. We worked together. We had a lot of conversations together. We always shared, like whenever I saw at work, it was beautiful to be at work with Wakeji. Whenever I felt lonely at home, or whenever I didn't want to go back to my home, Wakeji's home was the next place to go to, you understand? And whenever I went to Wakeji's home, it just felt like a huge unburdening. Like, I could just strip my clothes away and be free again to not even think or worry about the things going on in my life or the huge amount of work I have to do. Going to Wakeji's house was an escape route for me. Like, it was escapism. Would eat good food, cook, talk about things, like have conversations, serious conversations, watch things, laugh, dance, sing, and that was like an out for me when I was like so done with the whole walk home thingy. And for that to be absent, I had that last year, and I still felt like my social life was zero. I had that last year and still felt like my social life was zero. Now imagine this year, Wakeji has moved to Abuja for work, and she's done with NYC and everything. And her moving means there is nobody to hang out with. Or there is nobody to go to their home to hang out in. Because it was very paramount that at least every weekend you would find me in Wakeji's house. And it takes me back to uni too, when I camped in Maricynthia's home. Maricynthia's lodge became my lodge. I went over to Trump's house whenever I wanted to. Annabelle's house was my home. Buchi's house was my home. Like, you had the freedom to go to anybody's house and just hang out. And have fun without necessarily thinking about school. I mean, school is at the center of it, but can we shift school one side and just leave? And I think that's what is essentially missing right now. And because of the absence of family, physical presence of family, physical presence of friends, it is just making my life feel like it doesn't have color. It doesn't have like worthiness, and worthiness in the aspect of like people currency, if that makes sense. There's this quote I saw that love, poetry is what we live for, and it just makes so much sense to me. Like, everything in your life is like you making money, and then you turn around, there's nobody there to spend the money with you. It's like, who are you even making this money for? But if you see your family, if you see your friends, it's like there is a reason why you're making money. You're making money because you guys are gonna travel someday. You're making money because tomorrow we could easily like just buy loads of food and just consume it in one sitting. Like, when there is a solid motivation behind the reason why you are doing things, it makes it more valid for you to do that thing. I had this thought before with God, and it's something I hold onto until somebody counters it for me. That the reason why we love God, or the way we love God, is a testament to the kind of love we feel on earth. Because I'm not going to lie to you, yeah? The days I feel like, oh my gosh, my family loves me, my friends love me, like the days I feel love, I feel God. Oh, the days I feel love, I definitely feel God. I feel like God is here. And He made that verse in the Bible that God is love. He made it so true. Because imagine you feel lonely. Imagine you feel like your life is grey. Imagine you feel like you don't have anybody to talk to. You don't have anybody to look up to. You don't not look up to. You don't have anybody, you know, that could anchor you. There is a form of godlessness that exists in that moment. It's like you look for God and you don't see God. God is there. But what I don't know how to explain it. I could feel what it is I'm saying, but I just wish somebody could understand. I hope somebody catches it. Like the days you want to kneel down and just raise your hands and just worship God with all your heart. When it's easy, is when you feel love. When you feel like there is a love here. When you feel like you're anchored. That is why in Christianity, even when you feel it and when you don't feel it, please move to God. But I'm just saying that there is so much God when you have love in your life. Healthy love in your life. When you have that love, you feel God. It's an expression. It's almost like an expression of God. And it's tantamount to what I'm feeling right now. Not that I don't feel God, is because of the lack of people that love me in my physical environment, or the lack of people I could easily like lay on physically, not through technology, physically. Like people I could easily like go over to their homes, people I could easily like call up and hang out with, people who are entrenched in my life. I'm not talking about hangout people. Like, I don't know how to explain. Like people that that I'm doing life with every step of the way. I meet them at work. When I go home, we meet up, we laugh, we just do life together. The lack of that makes me feel like my life is purposeless or not worthy. It is worthy. My life is worthy. What I'm doing is very purposeful. But I'm not feeling that worthiness and purpose because there is no balance of love. Oh! I hope somebody catches this. Oh, Lord. I just hope somebody catches it. But I know what I'm saying. Like, man, because of the lack of that love, of that community, that tribe, that village, I just look at my life, I'm like, what is this thing you're doing? Like, what are your true aspirations? Imagine if I had all those like yumminess of people entrenched with work. God. I mean, in school, I didn't come back from school and ask myself, oh my God, what did I even do in school today? I knew I did something in school because I remember the laughter, I remember the jokes, I remember reading with my friends, I remember teasing each other, I remember going to the laboratory. Like, there is something very memorable about each hour spent in school, because of the people that were in it, because of the people I did that hour with. But when it comes to work now, homework, like, it's just Chinwendu doing what Chinwendu could do at the moment. But who exactly is she doing it with? You know? Please. And I think this thing has made me a whole lot more crankier, because I've been going to work and I'm just like, can we get this work and let's do this thing and go. And I don't even see my work as work. It's just recently that I was like, I started saying, oh, I just came back from work, I just went to work. But it wasn't like work. It was just like, oh, this thing I'm going to, this thing that I love that I'm going to. Even before recording this, I spoke to a woman that stays, close to my house, and she was like, with time, you're going to build your community. I'm like, ma, I've been here since 2020. I've been in Kaduna since 2023. But I mean, before you find people you can trust, scratch that. In university, did I trust? I was trust important? I mean, trust was important to an extent, but did we think of trust? Do you understand? Like, I met these guys in school, we're in the same department, I was say hanging out every day, and it just blossomed. There was no talk of trust or anything. Maybe later on, but the relationship just unfolded itself. Whereas now it's like, okay. And guess what? There are people around, so why couldn't it just like work? I could be mad. I am mad, and maybe the people around me are also mad. We're all mad together. I think you get to a stage in your life where other things are most important, because now you're fending for yourself. You are trying to go up the ladder in your industry. You're trying to do things for yourself, and trying to be involved in people's life just like goes out the window. We're going to be fine. We're going to be okay. And community, surely will continue to try to be open, smile more. Chinwendu, you need to smile more, okay? You need to smile more. And I always feel like I'm the problem, because some of my other friends have found their community, and I'm just like, okay, maybe I have issues, but okay, it's fine. That's what I just came on here to say. Love validates a lot of things. If you think about it deeply, validates how you feel, like how you think of the quality of your life. Love, and I'm not talking about romantic love of family, platonic, agape love, really makes you question the quality of your life. And I hope that we get to a place of really finding people that deeply loves us, and we can do life with every step of the way. I am Chinwendu, the girl with the sizzle and burn, and talk to you later. Bye.